Hey, Simply Sugar here with the morning news rundown. Let's recap the major stories of the week. So, Trump's America's first foreign aid policies led to the destruction of 500 metric tons of emergency food and nearly $10 million in contraceptives meant for crisis regions. Food was stuck in the UAE warehouses and burned. Contraceptives such as implants and IUDs, still within its shelf life, were incinerated in Belgium. Experts warn that this could fuel hunger, pregnancy spikes, HIV risk, undermining women's health, and U.S. humanitarian aid. Uh, the U.S. is a laughing stock, and it's been done in 6-7 months of this presidency, that the world has turned against us. Let's move on to Trump filed a $10 billion defamation lawsuit against the Wall Street Journal and the Murdoch family over a birthday card he allegedly wrote to Jeffrey Epstein, and it contained a picture that Trump drew of a naked lady, allegedly. Now, Jeffrey Epstein and Trump were friends. There's video evidence, there's interview evidence of this friendship of Trump and Epstein together, and Trump singing the praises of Jeffrey Epstein. This is not news. This is new news, I should say. They were famously friends. There's that. The Murdoch family is standing firm and framing Trump's case as a battle for press freedom. Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's in Project 2025. You go after the press, you knock them off their mantle, you restrict their language against you, just like a real dictatorship. We see this done in North Korea and Russia. That's exactly what this is. You want state-controlled television. And many of you settled with him, $16 million here, $16 million there. You fire Stephen Colbert. This is what it is. Around 2 a.m., July 19th, a Nissan Versa plowed into a crowd outside the Vermont nightclub, hitting a taco truck and valet stand, injuring 30 people, 7 critically, 6 seriously. At first, it was thought that the driver had blacked out, but under further investigation, the driver was involved in an altercation in the nightclub. They're not sure what that's about. That's still being investigated. Bystanders pulled the driver out. He was then assaulted and shot. A second man with a silver revolver was left the scene, but was subsequently, I believe, caught. LAPD is treating this as intentional, but no motive has been confirmed. The investigation obviously remains open. My prayers go out to all of those victims and families. Over 4,000 National Guard members and Marines deployed in Los Angeles to support ICE enforcement report low morale. They feel unprepared and caught in the middle of political misuse. Yeah, you think? Turning the National Guard and Marines on citizens, which you're not trained for because you're not supposed to be doing? Yeah, that's misuse. Remember, you take an oath to the Constitution and not the president, and that's for a reason, for situations like this when our government wants to turn into a dictatorship. Tulsi Gabbard called for Obama's prosecution over 2016 election interference, though a SCOTUS ruling says presidents have immunity for official acts. Yes, that's exactly what it is. If he did it, he's going to call it an official act and it'll be over. This is what Trump caused. You can't go after previous presidents when you effectively gave them immunity. Or did you just think that pertains to yourself? I'm Simply Sugar. This is the Sunday News Summary Rundown. Please like, share, and follow.